Let's take a look at the billion-dollar fitness industry. The oversaturation of fitness influencers can be overwhelming when you first start out. Right away, you are faced with a choice. Who do you trust? Who's just in it for the money? Is there one influencer who's honest and knows it all? The answer is no. Good advice would be not to idolize or follow just one person, but to use only that part of their knowledge that is beneficial to you to advance yourself. Relax. Breathe. Let's take the stress out of fitness and let's detach ourselves from the profiting gurus and brand sellers and let's focus on your benefit instead. You use them instead of getting used by them, like buying their supplements, ebooks, webinars, and the like, that will mostly enrich them. That is the drawback with following a brand. It's ultimately designed to extract money from its loyal subscribers and customers, when in all honesty working out is really not that complicated. It's not rocket science and doesn't have to be overcomplicated by a fitness guru so they can present themselves as the solution. Here's what I mean. The best fitness trainer, the most expensive equipment, the most promising supplements won't help you at all if you are not properly motivated. Motivation is step one. Without motivation to put in the work, all fitness and workout videos and products are useless and pointless. If you were to watch 5 workout videos in a row, each 10 minutes long, you have spent 50 minutes watching someone else when you could have completed a fully effective workout session for yourself in that time. The takeaway here is that there is a time to stop watching and to simply get the workout done. No fancy equipment is needed, nor the latest science-based program that may be named Muscle Gainer 5000 XRTXYZ50. Most people can start right now in their living room with 5 sets of push-ups, 5 sets bodyweight squats. Find a pull-up bar in a park to do pull-ups. Slow negative repetitions only at first, if they need to build up their initial strength. To be clear, we are not making an argument against hiring a qualified fitness trainer, but we are saying that it is not a necessity to get started on the path to a healthy life. A low-cost but complete and effective workout can be performed with just a pair of dumbbells that can be found used for cheap, sometimes even for free on sites like Craigslist. Motivation is the first and most important thing needed. What motivates you? That varies from person to person and is different for everybody. What will make you get up off that couch, get healthier, stronger, and experience more life? Some do it for their kids, or their grandkids, or their spouse, or even to look good in a bathing suit, or to make their ex jealous, "Aw, my poor cupcake, ha ha ha," or even for payback. Whoa, okay, not the best reasons, but it could even be something completely different or all of the above and more. While some channels create illusions or invoking the latest exercise science, rest assured, with natural nutrition, regular exercise, you will never look like this. Unless, and you don't want to do that when long-term health and fitness is your goal, because this would be an unhealthy endeavor. So let's forget the fitness magazine's look of science lab bodybuilding. Natural, healthy, and true athleticism is much more down to earth and basic. The real athletes who go sprinting in the park or on the beach usually don't carry a huge amount of muscle mass, but they may look more athletic and have swimmers' bodies, which is much healthier for the function of the cardiovascular system and the heart muscle. And as you probably know, the heart is the most important muscle of the human body, because if it doesn't work, then, well, so healthy physical development is preferable here. The body gets stronger from adversity and resistance, and so does the soul and the immune system. You can dittotize that for the mind and increasing feelings of well-being due to temporary increases in dopamine and testosterone levels. And those levels won't rise naturally by themselves. For that, the body needs to be stimulated. Would those motivators alone not be enough to get off the couch and exercise? You are designed to move. The human body grows stronger and more resilient from adversity. It needs to be challenged. What we don't use, we lose when it comes down to muscle mass, strength, joint mobility, and even the ability to fight off infections. By now, most everyone knows that strength, cardiovascular health, and longevity are achieved through a healthy diet and exercise. But in general, so-called body builders focus on building muscle rather than long-term health. Granted, there are always exceptions, but generally, they don't like things like extended cardio sessions or sprinting, out of fear of muscle loss. That's why they prefer walking the treadmill, usually at an incline. But if that's your own personal choice, that's okay. Wait, this is the appropriate time to include a fancy 3D anatomy animation like you can find in most exercise videos. There, check. Now let's continue with the important stuff. There is another obvious part of the health equation: nutrition. While a more detailed video on nutrition will be forthcoming because of the complexity of the topic, it is appropriate at this time to simplify the issue for now. Most people lose interest by the mere mentioning of the phrase calories in versus calories out. While it is the accurate term and summarizes the basic principle of weight gain, many people are bored by the prospect of calorie counting. To avoid this phenomenon, let's call it energy in versus energy used instead. When excess energy in form of food calories enter the body and are not used or burned off, the body stores that energy as fat for a rainy day. This was a very handy feature tens of thousands of years ago, when cavemen couldn't just walk to the fridge and get food every 2 hours. We were designed to store energy as fat, because the next meal could be a day or two away. It's actually a brilliant system. As mentioned previously, the most important tool is your motivation. Here's another hard-hitting fact. Health, especially after youth, is hard work. It takes discipline and willpower. Most exercises don't feel good when we are doing them. Sprinting, push-ups, squats, or pull-ups are hard and take effort. They don't exactly feel good or comfortable, especially the older we get, because the body, especially over 50 years of age, isn't exactly ecstatic about hard exercise. It is much more comfortable at rest and naturally wants to remain at rest in the state of complete comfort. And by the way, the TV stations and advertising companies want us to stay comfortable too, so they can sell products to us. That is the only reason for TV shows. They want us to stay planted on that couch for as long as possible, so that they can reap the maximum benefit from us. There is not necessarily anything wrong with that, just as long as we recognize it and are aware of it, which most people are not. But when we say nuts to that and decide to get up and push the body beyond the comfort stage, that's when it adapts, grows stronger and healthier. In constant state of comfort, the body declines and doesn't progress. That doesn't mean the body doesn't need appropriate resting periods. It certainly does. The physical and mental rewards of exercise come afterward, when we've completed the training and the body heals and rebuilds. Besides the obvious physical benefits, there is the mental satisfaction after completing a daunting task and having conquered a challenge. No one will ever know, nor even care what we've just accomplished in our personal triumph. The only person knowing of our personal victory is us. That raises self-confidence and mental toughness. Instinctively, most people know this to be true, though some will always find reasons to refute and criticize. Others will always find excuses, and if we allow ourselves to come up with excuses, we could probably come up with 100 of them in a short amount of time. The key is to just simply do it anyway. Disclaimer. The information and suggestions in this video are presented in a humorous way and are meant for entertainment purposes only. They are not a substitute for medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment. I strongly recommend everyone to consult your physician before entering any exercise program or making decisions about your health. Depending on your medical conditions, medications, and overall physical conditions, a doctor may advise different levels of activity or dietary measures that are tailored to your own individual health.